Today, we're going to talk about the 5 principles of messaging. The first one I consider to be probably the most important one of them all. And that principle says you have to speak from the heart. So think about that. When you're trying to convince someone of something, or when you're trying to communicate an idea to others, you have to be genuine. I mean, think about it in your own experience. Can't you not tell the difference when somebody's trying to sell you something that they don't necessarily believe in? Well, the same applies to you as an individual. When you speak from the heart, with a heartfelt way of communicating your thoughts, that is the way that the message gets sent. And then hopefully, the way that the message is received. The other thing that I want us to think about is that leadership is personal. You know, I often hear people say that, you know, it's just business, man, it's just business, you know, you don't take it personal. Well, I want you to think about it differently. Leadership is personal. So if you've ever been in a position of any type of leadership that is responsible, let's say, for example, you own your own company and you are responsible for the payroll. Are you going to tell me that you have not really thought about or ached about making payroll so that everybody's families get, you know, their bills paid and their food bought and their tables filled with the things that they need? Think about that. It's not just business. When you are in a position of responsibility as an executive or as a leader of some kind of an organization, the way that you deal with your people, with your employees, with your workforce is personal. If you're going to communicate with them from the heart, then you have to take that responsibility personally. When it comes to messaging, the third principle I try to share with folks is, you know, keeping it simple and sweet. I have a problem with that because I talk too much. I like to explain things too much, and I really have to struggle with that. That you have to keep it simple. You know, get to the point, and be careful how you get to that point, so you don't, you know, step on people's toes and hurt their feelings. I have to watch out for that all of the time because of my own personality. You know, I'm mission-driven, not necessarily people-driven. So I have to work hard at ensuring that I keep it simple and I keep it sweet, so that people, you know, believe and understand what it is that my message is. The other one is to remember the leave behinds. When you're an executive and you're in a position of leadership, leave something with the people that you're communicating with. Give them a nugget of your experience, something that if you leave behind with them, they can grow. You make better people of them because you share something that really made you a better person or a more successful person. Something that is of value to them that they didn't have to pay for, but that you share with them in a way that, you know, contributes to their lives and to their business. And then when it comes to messaging, the last thing I want us to remember, or the last principle, is you have to know your subject. Do not stand up and be a public speaker about something that you know nothing about. Do not craft an email and send an email to somebody that talks about a technical part of your business that you know nothing about. If you're going to stand up, if you're going to communicate something with someone, you have got to be the subject matter expert for that particular message that you're trying to communicate. So let's recap. The 5 principles of message, the way that I describe them today is, number 1, speak from the heart. Number 2, leadership is personal. Number 3, keep it simple and sweet. Number 4, remember the leave behinds. And number 5, know your subject.